kite here, and first of all, and most importantly, wish all the fathers out there a happy Father's
Day.
Hopefully, you're getting to talk to your kids or spend time with your kids and grandchildren. I've got to talk to my kids a little bit today. No visits because we're still over here in Texas, near Carrizo Springs, gate guarding, and I don't know how much longer we have at this location. It could be a few more days or it could be a few more weeks. We don't know yet. But we haven't been doing too much as far as videos because we've been just busy working and sleeping, and I've been trying to get things lined up. I'm going to do some things this motorhome hopefully here pretty quick. And of course Darla's been doing the hardest work, huh? She does the day shift, but it just actually
it's either heat or bugs. Take your pick.
Heat, bugs, or the thing is she actually had a visit from a illegal alien the other day out here on the gate. But luckily it's during the day and there's a lot more activity during the day. At night sometimes I know there's guys out there, but they don't come up to me or anything because I got all the lights running and everything. But you know, it can happen. It's this is the Wild West out here, and we have kind of been used to it. We haven't. My little tarantula. You saw that tarantula? Darla said she saw it got run over by a truck, which made me sad. But hello from Virginia, Terry Mutin. Hey there, cool. 6 people.
Terry Burns, Terry Mutin, and Charlie Porch.
Yeah, I didn't expect too many people today, but
happy Father's Day, guys.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, and yeah, life's been just rolling along for us. The good thing is it's
hi Ashes.
It's about the money, you know, and we've been making good money, and we're about to start doing more and more. Hopefully the bad thing about this job is it just be down here and you're isolated and there's not much you can do. And the good thing about this job is you're down here and you're isolated and you can't spend much money. I mean, we basically have our choice between McDonald's, Sonic, and what Church's Chicken and Dairy Queen. And you can only eat that once and then you're done. We tried a different place today. I think we're done with that one too. And there's not even any, I mean, down here you don't hear a word of English, and they don't have any good Mexican food, so I don't know what's going on.
The one good one-ish they had 4 years ago that when we were down here is out of business.
Yeah, so.
Hello from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, some of the comments I've been getting from some of the local people is because we were here 5 years ago. They're just saying, yeah, I talked to the people over at True Value, and the lady said, I told her, yeah, I used to come in here, and she goes, oh yeah, back when times were good. And I go, why? They're not good. She goes, no, it's been really bad. But there is oil going on down here. It's just the towns that boomed really hard before are not getting much now because it's just they came out here and drilled one well, and you guys that who follow us pretty close know we've been here about 2 weeks, and they're saying it's going to be wrapped up and all the equipment's going to be off the yard. Boy, look at that awning shaking the table here.
The next thing they do is frack, but I don't know if we'll be for that or not.
Yeah,
the guy that owns this ranch does not want the gate open, so we may stay.
Yeah, they may keep us here, which wouldn't be bad. You know, and everyone's like, well, you know, all those trucks for fracking, but the advantage we have is this pad out here is so small. It doesn't take but what 10 trucks and it's full. So
8 trucks, 7.
But once they get rid of this tower and the drilling rig, they'll have a little more. Look at that. Boy, that sucker's shaking. I gotta take that side awning off. We're supposed to get some rain tonight, so I gotta do some tear down.
The good thing about the rain is the bugs go away. The bad thing about the rain is the mud shows up.
Oh, there's Frank. I think that was Frank. Is that you, Frank?
Walter.
From Washington.
He's from Washington. Walter Pendleton.
Oh, Walter Pendleton.
Hey, Walter. Nice to be out of Arizona, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Well, right now here it's 101. But luckily, we spend most of our time in the motorhome. It's been real slow. While they're drilling, it's, you know, maybe what do you think, maybe 30 trucks a day?
Yeah.
About 30 trucks a day.
And when we say trucks, we mean cars,
trucks, whatever, you know, the guys.
The big trucks.
And then at night, I usually get about maybe 6 or 8. So, I mean, I've actually...
naps.
Huh?
And naps.
Yeah, I get to kind of take little naps and get to listen to George Norrie, Coast to Coast, if any of you know what that is. And I kind of enjoy that. I do that during sugar beets too when I work nights. So anyway, I get to listen to that and just kind of hang out and eat. Do a lot of eating and not much else to do.
Yeah. So
anyway, I hope everyone's been doing good.
Walter on the road full time since May 23rd.
Yay! You like it, Walter? Coast to Coast AM, Terry Butin, yeah. Yeah, it's a good show. He's got there's some weird things on there, but I just like listening to it. It's kind of interesting, so.
Aunt Nita used to listen to Coast all the time.
Aunt Nita? Oh, yeah? Well, they do a lot of UFO stuff and different things. And I don't know. I believe about half of what I hear, and I kind of it's just interesting to hear people talk about stuff, and you're not sure whether they're for real or not. But anyway, I think that's probably about all we wanted to talk about, huh?
Yeah.
Or did you want to say anything?
Send help.
Help? Darla hates this. I'll tell you, it really, you put in a lot of hours for not a lot of money, but the thing about it is the money adds up. And the best part about it is that when you come down here and you just, like I say, you live in your motorhome, you're in your motorhome most of the time, you're not outside most of the time. The majority of your time is spent in the RV, watching TV, playing on your computer, eating, cooking, that kind of stuff. We found we got a good place over here where we buy steaks and stuff. And the guys are really cool, and occasionally we'll get a plate of barbecue. Got a couple plates of barbecue the other day. They have big meals down here, and the people are real nice. And you just it's kind of like doing your time, you know. There's nothing to do really, but that's a good thing, because when you're in town and stuff, the bad thing about it is we still have access to the internet. So Amazon is making a delivery every day out here at the truck place for me. So I spent a little money on that, buying parts for the motorhome that I needed. I've been wanting to do, and we're making the money where we can. So, and we're kind of putting a little bit of a slowdown on the property. We're not going to be real anxious to do a lot on it. It'll probably be springtime before we do anything, because I want to be there when the work is being done. I'm finding that, you know, people are very, very reliable when you're putting money in their pockets and their hands, but when you stop putting money in their pockets and their hands, all of a sudden they're really hard to get a hold of and hard to get things done. And I'm still trying to get my windshield done, and just stupid stuff, you know. So I just want to make sure. There's a Makio. Thank you, Makio.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Anyway, yeah, we're just trying to get over the hump, and then once we get done here, we'll get back out on the road, and I think we got some cool things coming up. We got a couple of cool things happening with the channel. That is basically because of you. We'll be letting you know when the things happen, when the milestones happen. It's pretty awesome for us to sit and watch and see what happens. We haven't really done anything in about a week, and things are still going on the channel, so it's starting to get a little bit of a life of its own, And we are going to get back into it more and more, but right now, I mean, there's only so much you can talk about when it comes to gate guarding, where I mean, if you want to get rid of all your subscribers, just keep talking about what you're doing when you're gate guarding.
RV Ashes in April said, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Walter says, less YouTube watching being on the road, but he loves being on the road. Some challenges, but keeps you young.
Yeah.
Keep on RV and says, we're on the road this evening and losing our signal. We'll check back soon. Thanks for tuning in anyway. Smash the like button, Makio says. Yoo-hoo.
Yeah, so, believe me, nobody likes doing this job. It's not something you go, man, I got to come down here. This is just,
It's so fun.
you know, it's like working at Disney World without all the rides. You know what I mean? It's not like that.
Terry wants to know a 24-hour rate at this type of gate.
This gate here, we get $150 for 24 hours.
It's really, when you do the math, 24 hours divided by 2 people,
$6.50.
yeah, it's terrible. But you're not working all the time.
I
You
work.
have to be here all the time.
I work probably
One of you.
30 minutes a night. So Darla does the majority of the logging in and out during the day, but somebody has to be here because there's people that still come in the middle of the night. So I snooze in my chair. I got this little deal right here. When a truck comes in, that's what it does. It does it 3 times and it flashes a light, and I have it aimed right at my eyeballs, and the little beeper thing beeps at me, and I wake up and I put my shoes on, and some of these guys get a little impatient, and I just go, oh, what didn't need to wake you up. I said, well, I wasn't sleeping, but I had to put my shoes on. I wasn't going to come out here, but that's
long,
cool.
But they're just hyper impatient.
Yeah, super impatient. So.
Makio, yes, you are our #1 fan. You've been around since our inception. And Lulu and Scooter Adventures, hi from Frack Site in Stanton, Texas. Teresa Wild says, hi, Bill and Darla, just finished our gate in Fort Stockton. Shame on you, Bill, making her work so hard. Very.
Yeah, but did you make money? Did you make some pretty good money doing it?
Where are you guys now? If you're in between gates. And hello, Lulu.
Come on up here. They want to see you.
Come on.
One thing about it is this job has been great for me and Cage because
they're both getting lots of beauty.
And we bonded so much, you know. Come here, boo boo. Come on. Oh, look.
Thanks for tuning in, Ashes. We appreciate you watching.
There's Boo Boo Head. He's pretty happy.
He's become a professional napper.
Yeah. He's a lover boy. He's a lover boy.
Put him in a headlock.
And he loves to play ball, as you can tell. This dog, I'll tell you can play ball with him all day long, and he never gets tired of it. He just loves to play.
Oh, look at Teresa said they made 10 grand, and they're hoping for another gate.
Oh, you're gonna stay, huh? Yeah. See.
Are you guys at the campground at Fort Stockton? Waiting.
No, see, that's the thing. You can come if you've got a lot of payments and credit cards and that kind of crap, and you're just sick and tired of not being able to do anything because you're in debt. You come down here, you spend a few months, you pay everything off, put a chunk of money in your account, and you're free to wheel for a while. You know what I mean? That's why we like it. I mean, we're fortunate now that we get our Social Security, which we just started getting not too long ago.
That helps.
Yeah, but you still, I mean, you can't live on that. I mean,
I just want to say one thing while we're talking about money. We've been kind of endorsing Liberty Health Share. I don't recommend them at all.
Yeah, we're having problems with them. We've been trying.
I don't know what their deal is. Samaritans is better. Their pay history is a lot better. They've not been paying people, and I followed their Facebook page, and it's awful. Awful. If we ever had something catastrophic go down, it would bankrupt us. And we've got this MediShare stuff. It's not an insurance thing. They're very clear about that, but they're not paying like they say they will, and nobody has answers, and it takes years sometimes, which is enough to devastate you financially.
And of course, I've been looking to try to find some other medical insurance, but
He's got pre-existing.
I have a
diabetes.
$1,000 to have
Hi,
to
Trey.
tell me what I have going on. Hi, Trey. And we're trying to get $160 of that $1,000 back because they let you do a maintenance check every year.
A wellness check.
A wellness check, and it's $160. Well, I'd like to at least get that money back because it's the first time we've used it in 3 years, and it's like, every month it's like clockwork taking that money out of the bank account, and then when you submit something, it's like crickets. You don't hear nothing. It's just all of a sudden everyone's
we do
missing.
have a share cost to pay, which is fine, but anything over and above that, people are they're just getting reamed. It's really bad, and it's not just one or two here and there. It's most everybody. It's one or two that are popping on and going, "Hey, Liberty paid my blah blah blah," as opposed to, one or two.
You wonder if that's
haven't.
even real.
I do.
Could be
wonder,
somebody just
honestly.
going on there and doing it. So
Um,
anyway, it's all, what, this whole world, to tell you the truth, I'm ready to go back to not having insurance and just because I'll tell you, it's all a big scam. That Obamacare thing, you pay $900 a month for medical insurance, and then you have a $12,000 deductible, and you only pay 70%. And by the time you get everything figured out, you think to yourself, if you have to have open heart surgery or something, you're done. You're toast. You got nowhere to go. You just can't.
says that she lost another senior.
Uh-oh.
If you guys don't know, SRR founder, she does senior dog rescue and fostering, which I think is amazing. But that's her gig, and
You should take on humans because pretty soon I'm going to be available.
She's had some losses lately, and it's very sad. And Teresa and Paul are at the RV park. They'll wait as long as it's not too long. And Makio also says she's hoping to find someone to gate guard with when she goes full time.
Yeah, that's the secret. And, of course, what you could do too, Makio, is sometimes they have what they call 12-hour gates, and you get paid the same, and there would be 2 RVs on the spot, but you work 12-hour shifts, and they tend to be a little bit busier.
But honestly, with 12-hour shifts like that, what they usually do is have them at a campground, and then they've got
they do both. Some of them, you're at a campsite. There's
Teresa
one.
Burr finally got a gate.
Oh, did she?
She did.
All right.
Yeah, we're very happy about that for her.
Yeah, because I think she was like not happy. Please understand, we promote this company and we go and do recruiting at Quartzsite and stuff. And I try to tell people the truth. I mean, it's just like with the bugs. At night, you got to deal with bugs. During the day, it's hot. It's, you got dust. You got all these things. But this is an oil field job. You're not working inside of a Walmart, okay? This is not a campground job where you go to a campground job and you work 40 hours a week and you give 20 hours of that to the campground. And by the time you get all done, between the two of you, make $300 a week. I mean, we make that, and we make a month's amount of pay in 1 week. But and we've got water, electricity, and sewer. And I mean, the air conditioning's running right now. Both ACs are running. It's nice and cool. It's comfortable in there, right?
It's great in here.
And you go outside, it gets hot, and then you come back in here and cool off. And I go and buy.
The really bad thing about this gate in particular is there's a gate that's. How long is that gate? Do you think? How big is that?
It's pretty big. It's probably 25 feet wide.
And it's heavy, and I've got to open it and close it.
But I made it better. When we first got here, it was all rusty and it was real hard to open.
Lubricated it, and he put a stop so it doesn't fling open into the bushes where the snakes are.
There are. We haven't seen a snake yet.
No, we haven't, but I know they're here. Anyway.
Well, just like the illegal aliens.
It's just heavy, and I've got to open that and close it. Every single vehicle that goes in and comes out, and it's heavy.
But that's what they pay us to do. That's why we're here. That's what they pay us to do. So a couple of secrets, if you guys are interested, is to get the little water, what do they call that pot thing? So you can get 5-gallon water jugs and flip it upside down.
I don't know if you can see it back there.
Yeah, yeah, see, it would be right there. You see that? That's the water, there's the water bottle right there. And it's got a little valve, and we have 3 5-gallon bottles of big Sparklets bottles. And I go over here to the H-E-B grocery store, which is a nice store, very nice store. And I fill those bottles up, costs $1 a bottle to fill, and it lasts us a week. And we make coffee and drink and iced tea and all that stuff. We're always, in fact, that reminds me, I was going to make some more iced tea.
I did.
Anyway, you did all right? So you need that. You need satellite TV. They gave us actually a Wii Boost for out here, but we don't need it. We got I've got an antenna on the roof for the fact it's a factory antenna, and I found that my little connector cable, the wire inside of it was broken, so I ordered a new one, and now our internet works good. Hopefully this video is going out good. Nobody has said anything, so maybe it is. But that's the thing, is, you know, just you got to have entertainment. So you want to at least have TV, internet, your phone, and that's what we do. Darla spends a lot of time talking with the kids and the grandkids.
Well, all 3 of our kids have moved in the last 2 to 3 weeks too. Big moves.
Yeah.
Big moves.
Yeah, big moves. So, and we're going to try.
They each bought a new house.
One of the things about being down here, because Darla's being a trooper, and she hasn't really, I think she has kind of hinted at it, but my thing is I think we're going to try to leave here right before my birthday and go to my son's house, and then my daughter's first, and then my son's, and then we'll go up and do Sugar Beets, and when Sugar Beets is over, we'll go to our other daughter's house, and then kind of come around, depending on whether we're going to do a Christmas tree lot again or anything. We're going to try to just try to make it a really cool thing. I got some problems with the motorhome I'm trying to resolve right now, running problems. I mean, it just got no power. I think my lip pump is bad, and from what I understand, my injector pump's fine. I've changed filters, that doesn't matter. I'm going to change all my tubes for my turbo. I've checked it and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's the lip pump. It's just not getting fuel. So hopefully I get that fixed here pretty soon. I'm going to put, I ordered these really awesome Cody shocks that I wanted for years, that they were just so expensive. But now that we've been down here, we've been doing this, and Darla said, hey, do it, you know. So sit down, buddy. Sit down. You want to be in the show? You want to be here? Everybody can see how cute you are, huh? He looks a lot different than when he was a baby, huh?
Yeah, Terry said, looks like he's still growing.
He's a big boy.
He is still growing.
He's a really good guy. I love it, but you know what? He can bite. He bites and scratches. He got me again right there. See that little? I finally got all healed up. My skin is like paper, and then when he wants to play.
Hey, Lynn, how are you?
Come here. You want to give me a hug? Want to give me a hug? Give me loves, huh? This is my baby.
And come to Rogers after Sugar Beets Trace house.
Come to where? Yeah, we should. Hey, maybe that's a possibility. We'll see. I would love to come and see you, man. I really would. I guess everybody knows. I don't know if I don't think we've talked, but Lucian passed away.
Lucian Childress, if you've seen him on the feeds.
And I mean, the thing about it was, excuse me. The thing about it is that, you know, he really wanted to experience this life, and he got a very small taste of it at the end of his life. But at least he got to try it. Sit down. Can you sit down here? Everybody would like to see.
Everything looks and sounds good to her. Yay, Molly! Thank you.
What? You need a job?
And Terry Burns says the YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool.
Terry Burns says that he thinks Army SWAT got all the snakes.
Yeah. You know, the thing about it is
I gotta say, I'm really surprised he hasn't instant potted a snake. Heavy kitchen.
You don't bite. That's a bad doggy. Bad doggy. Peggy the other day stepped on one.
Oh.
It killed it. But it managed to
But she's in Nevada right now.
Is that where it was at? No,
Yes,
I thought she was on a gate.
No,
Oh, yeah?
she's in Nevada.
Well,
where they put her house.
where we
Big
used to
house.
live, there were snakes. We had snakes. We had a few snakes over the years in our yard.
Hello, Kim
Also,
Lane. Thanks for joining.
Bobcats, or big cats, mountain lions. So, you know, around here, I've got a protector, man. Here he is right here. See that? The only trouble is he spends all his time biting me.
Lynn says they're camping for her birthday in Wisconsin. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there was a lot of work to that, believe me. Look at my
For
hair.
me.
Look at that. I got that. Look at that. Isn't that funny?
It's time for a haircut.
No, I'm letting it grow. So yeah, I want this to grow way up here.
Okay.
And it'll go like this.
We need some hair products.
Anyway, we have been missing you
Molly
guys.
says hi, Cage.
Who did?
Molly. Well, as can be expected on a gate in Texas.
So should I tell them about what we're expecting to happen here pretty quick? Or should
I'm
we just keep it?
pregnant. Oh.
Yeah, she's pregnant. Yeah, it's going to be the rest of her life is going to be the before she dies or before she delivers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're about to break 100,000 views.
I'll be back, guys. I got a customer.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we did another thing the other day. We had a really nice toilet, and but it always had stinking problems. I was always working on that thing. So finally the other day, you go over to Lowe's, and for $60 you could buy a real nice toilet. For a stinking motorhome, I've been looking at the toilets we have. They were between $400 and $500. Well, I found one the other day, brand new, on Amazon for $300, so I got it. So I put a new 510S Plus or 510 Plus in, and it works great. And it's real nice. What are you doing? I'm telling you, this dog, he can get to anything, anywhere in this motorhome. I don't know how he can do it. It's like he can fly. Oh. See, little beeper. You didn't see it flashing, but there it goes. Ah. See if it keeps doing it. Looks like she's closing the gate. Anyway, that's how you know when there's a truck comes in. And I have two sensors. I have a sensor over here by the road coming out of the pad, and I have one on the other side of the gate. It took me a little while being situated because where I had them situated before, every time something went by on the highway, because we're sitting right on the highway, every time something went by on the highway, it would go off, and then we had some people with cars come in. I had the thing set up too high, so now I've dropped them down. I got the sensors are working pretty good. They don't send a false signal too often, and they get everything. So anyway, this is our life. This is what we've been doing, and like I say, it's not. Believe me, it's not a great life doing this, but
temporary.
If you need to make money and you need to make money fast.
When we left here 4 or 5 years ago, I was like, never again, never again.
Well, that's because of Faith Ranch, though.
Faith Ranch was a really, really hard gate, and we were there for 5.5 months, and that's just too long.
Yeah.
You watch RV SWAT right now, who, by the way, just hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal. So did Minivan Mike. Minivan Mike also hit, well, no, he hit 4,000 watch hours.
Oh, did he?
Minivan Mike. I think he still needs more subscribers. But anyway, these are some of our subscribers and friends. So that's cool. But as I say,
Yeah, so, check them out too.
RV SWAT, Minivan Mike.
And be sure you tell them that
No, they don't.
anyway, YouTube's getting weird, so hopefully...
Molly says Cage is a cat.
No, Cage is a nut. Come here. He got to see him right here. He's like, we need to play ball.
Where's Bob?
Where's your ball?
Where's the ball?
He's a good boy.
This is his latest happy toy.
Yeah.
Antler.
So it's an elk antler. He loves.
Loves
We
it
had
because
another
he
one
loves
and
to
it's
chew.
gone. I don't know.
But it was only this long. We don't know where it went.
Yeah, well, he chewed it down. It takes him a long time to chew those things, but he loves it. But you guys have any questions for us before we go? Because we're going to have to get out of here pretty quick because I gotta go on shift, and when I go on shift, then I'm working. It's Father's Day. I shouldn't have to work today. You should work my shift. Don't you think so? So I think. Yes. Yeah. Another thing you get a lot of is hats, huh?
Yeah. Although, well, I've gotten 2.
Yeah.
I get them because I just don't think the guys think to give you a hat at night when it's
And I don't wear hats.
keep the moonshine out of your eyes. Or
So you got Guard 1, you got R&R, and you got Sunbelt.
Rig Runner is R&R.
Rig Runner, yeah.
They're nice because they're mesh and they breathe. So they're nice hats. Enjoy the little victories. The big ones will come, Walter says.
Yeah, and I talked to a good buddy of mine last night that we've been friends since we were in high school, and I hadn't talked to him in almost 2 years, and man, what a blessing that is when you get to talk to old friends like that, and especially when you haven't talked to them for a while, because you kind of forget all of the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything else, and you're just happy to get to talk to them, and
We love him too.
yeah, we love him, and his life, his family's awesome, and it's just one of those things where God will kind of, with a little bit of time, will smooth things out, and sometimes you need that. I mean, it happens. Family, friends, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just in this world you got to keep rolling. What's up?
Outdoor Staycation said, that's what I said in April when we left our gate, never again, but honestly the money is good. I'm sure we'll be back in some cooler weather,
Yeah,
How
and
do
that's
they
the
do
hard
single
time
people? Terry wants to know.
How what?
How do they do single people?
You do a 12-hour game. So sometimes what they'll do is you have to have a traveling vehicle, like we have our pickup. And I'll tell you what a lot of couples do, this is the new trick, is they do it separately, and they'll park the RV goes into a campground, and then one of the people will drive and drop one off, and the other one. So then what's happening is they're making $300.
And if you watch Wanderlust Estates, that's what they were doing. They really had a sweet deal with that, but if you don't mind the commuting and the being home totally alone. I mean, like, when I'm working, he's here. When he's working, I'm here. Even though one or the other of us is asleep, But that kind of a setup, you are completely separate for 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, usually what
catch
happens.
up on comments too.
Yeah, usually what happens is she gets up at about 5 or 10 minutes to 6. She's out here, she's dressed, she's ready to go, and then usually right around 6 o'clock I go to bed. And then I usually get up, today I got up, at noon? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I get up at 11, 10 o'clock, noon. Every once in a while I'll get to sleep. I'll sleep until 1 or 2 o'clock. It just depends on how tired I am and how much I've been out working all night. If I get to take naps, then I'm usually pretty fresh.
And he usually will be the one that gets up and does laundry and grocery shopping. So we'll get up early and go do that.
I went grocery shopping today. I went and filled the water jugs. And I do the laundry about every 10 days.
One of the sucky things about being here in Carrizo Springs is that their Walmart doesn't have groceries, but there's an HEB, and it just doesn't have name brand things, so you just kind of adjust.
Yeah.
Kim
But their
Lane
stuff's
says,
good.
I'm already subbed to RV SWAT, and we'll check out Minivan Mike. Thank you. When you first started gate guarding, what was the pay rate? We started...
$150.
No, when we first started gate guarding,
that's right.
it was $175 in Fort Stockton, Texas.
Yeah, this time. When we very first started, I think it was $125 or $135 a day.
It was $125.
And then
it went up to $135.
$135, and then this company, when we came to it was $150. Now, if you're over by Fort Stockton, it's $175 a day.
Because it's even worse.
Because it's tougher than here.
Happy Father's Day outdoor staycation says.
Well, thank you.
Terry says, is the lift pumpkin the tank or on the frame rail?
Is the what?
The lift pumpkin?
The lift pump is
Oh, the lift pump.
the lift pump is on the side of the motor.
Oh.
It's let's see, it would be, because the motor faces backwards on this, the front is in the back, and the lift pump is on the passenger side. It's really pretty easy to, here's the, I got the new pump. What's funny is this is
the outdoor staycations were 2 12-hour gates.
yeah.
Yeah, so you guys made some bank.
So there's my lift pump, my new lift pump. It's Chinese made, but it's an actual, this is an actual Cummins part, and they used to use Carter pumps, and they went to this company, and it's very well made. So I'm hoping this is the problem. I was talking, my buddy that I talked to last night, that we've been friends forever. He's my truck driver. He used to be a truck driver. He's still got his truck and everything. Most beautiful truck you'd ever see in your life. I mean, he has a video on YouTube. It's got over 2.5 million views. It's that pretty of a truck. Anyway, he was telling me he said, well, I would change that pump first, and if that doesn't work, then he's gonna tell me a bunch of other stuff. But he's the one who told me originally about the transmission fluid in the diesel fuel, so that's where I got that from too. So he's an old-time trucker. He's got a 1993 W900 Kenworth that's all tricked out that he bought brand new in 1993, and it's got a big, huge with a shower, and it's pretty schmancy. So
Black Roses, thank you. Says pay no mind to me, but I would like to say I appreciate your videos. Keep putting them out. Happy Father's Day. Hi, your wife and dog. Peace.
yeah, well, thank you guys so much.
Yes.
You know,
We like comments like that.
well,
Sometimes
we
wonder.
the thing is yeah, I keep saying this. I hate to talk about this stuff, but the subscriber thing is so freaking weird. I have no idea what's going on with that thing, but yeah, lately it just seems like it's just kind of level. I think a lot of it is that there were a lot of people that live in vans and stuff like this, and we may not be really what they want to look at. I mean, they came from Brian. Yeah, and by the way, I mean, I'm still in contact with Brian. I've been talking to him a little bit, not much, but he's kind of let me know there's going to be some changes coming, and he'll let me know what they are when he wants me. And he knows if he tells me, I'm going to tell the freaking world. So he would. He definitely would. He's not going to tell me until he's ready for everybody to know. So
Grateful Days RV Life. Grateful Days RV Life would like to know how to go about getting on with gate guarding.
Go with guard one.
Do me a favor, Grateful Days, because I don't have your connect information. If you just email us at economicrefugeesrv@gmail.com, I will definitely get that information to you, so that you can at least find out about it.
Yeah, and there are some videos that we've done on it.
There are. If you go back, I do have some links.
If you go back, see, we were recruiting for Guard 1 in Quartzsite this year. So if you go back by the videos January on RTR and all that, it will be in there. You can, James Jenkins is, my phone, I can't do it. James Jenkins is who we go through. He's the head recruiter for the company. So, yeah, I mean,
I'm a friend of WCR.
WCR.
But that's.
Huh?
I don't know who WCR. Who is WCR?
Katie's smiling.
Grateful Days. Terry says. Terry Newton says I might do it from January to April. Terry Burns says I have autocorrect. The pumpkin. Daryl List says hello from Oregon.
Let me tell you something about doing it from January to April. Sometimes it's really hard to get a gate. So it's, it's like trying to get a winter job in gates, and wintertime things kind of tend to slow down a little bit around here, and all the people from the north want to come down here and spend the winter. So
gotcha.
Get everything done now if you want to try to get in here around January, and try to get them to kind of like give you a come on. And the thing about it is you don't want to be in Maine waiting for a gate. What you have to be is you have to be right here, so that when a gate becomes available, they can put you on it right now. So, and what they did for us, what they do for us, like, is if they pull us off this gate this week, they'll take us right over to a campground.
Which is what they've done with Teresa and Paul Wild also. Right now,
and
they're
they put you into a nice campground, and depending on how much if they like what you do and they feel like they want to stay around, sometimes they'll give you a couple $100 a week just to hang around. So, but that's up to the company. I'm not saying that's an absolute positively going to happen thing, but a lot of the times they will. So they kind of, and if you, I'm just going to say this too. Here we go. If you don't ask, you won't know. Well, we were over there. They told us to go way over there in West Texas. So we went over there. We worked for a week, and they said there's not going to be any gates for a while. And then they offered us this gate here, and I said, well, you got to buy some fuel. Yeah. And they did. They bought our fuel to come down.
We submitted our fuel receipt, and they reimbursed us.
Yeah. So I mean, they're
$100.
You know, the thing is they want you guys, if you're dependable and you go out to these gates and you do what they want you to do, and you don't, stay in the motorhome and keep the doors locked, and so no one knows you're there, leave the gates open and stuff like that. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and they get good feedback from the ranchers and stuff,
you're friendly,
they'll keep you. Yeah, they'll keep you around as long as you want to stay.
It's hard to get a gig because you guys did too good of a job recruiting at Quartzline.
Well, the thing about it is there's people that come down here, and friends that came down here, it wasn't for them.
It just wasn't their gig,
and I'm not gonna sit there and try to talk them into stay. You have to come down and try it.
Yeah.
Because it's something that if it's a toleration thing. If you could tolerate everything that it takes to do this job, you could make the good money. If you can't tolerate it, then you go and you work somewhere for a couple $100 a week. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, it's just, there's good pay and there's bad pay. And when you figure it out, how much an hour it is and all this stuff, and ultimately, the way we look at it is at the end of the week, do we have a fistful of dollars or do we have a couple of figures full of dollars? And we like to have that fist, and so you kind of have to hang with it.
Real quick, Makio, I'm not sure what windshield wipe. Please refresh my memory. Sorry.
Excuse me, I gotta go.
Let's see what else.
Do a live stream here.
And yeah, Teresa, I know that's why they sent us down here to Carrizo Springs. They said there were no gates left there. They shut 6 of them down the day we left. So I don't know what's going on with that, but Guard 1 lost all those gates in one day. This one here is going to be shut down. It's just one well. The one on the next property over, it's one well. And they're almost done with it too. So I don't know what's going on, but anyway, tell them that you'll move if you are not averse to that you'll come down here if they've got anything, or somewhere else. And let's see, DS Thrive, we are gate guarding on an oil rig right now in Texas. Black Roses, thank you. Brian's a great guy. He's easy to be nice to because he's just a wonderful guy. We really, really love him. And he springboarded us. He kind of pushed us off the cliff to do what we're doing with YouTube. Told us, oh, you should do it. And he gave us our first interview, and we had 1,000 subscribers before we even started, before we even had our first video. Good, Teresa. That's good.
I'm back. Oh, so another recommendation.
You're on now too, by the way.
What?
You're on. I'm on.
Oh. Now I have to work.
Woohoo!
Anyway, another recommendation, if you guys are going to come down here this time of year, make sure that you check your ACs and get them all serviced up, because you're going to need it. I'm going to go, you talk to everybody, okay? And I'll be right back.
All right. I'm off the clock.
You can sit in my chair, and then I'll sit in your chair.
Anyway. Yeah, so needed something for water stains. You had a product you wanted me to try. Wow, I totally don't remember that. Maybe it was something Bill was using. I'll ask him. Okay, Mikio, and I'll DM you or PM you or whatever. I'll IM you. Is that a thing? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'll IM you. And I got your invitation to the auction. Anyways, it's been weird weather here too. Like, it's really cool and breezy in the mornings, super comfortable. But then, man, by the time 11:30 rolls around, it's like blazing inferno. I call it Lucifer's armpit. I think RV SWAT calls it Satan's armpit. Same thing. Yes, okay, Facebook PM. Sounds good, Mikio. Anyway, I know windshield water spots are real hard to get off. I'm very much looking forward to being back among civilization, though. I have not really loved this gig this time. Not that I did before, but you know, it got us out of a situation really quickly, and it's going to put money aside, and that'll be a good thing. And then it buys us more time off, you know, which is a good thing too. And hopefully traveling to see our children's new homes. We've seen our little kid's new house. We were there in Arkansas. But our son moved to North Carolina. We have not seen his new home yet. And then Bill's busy. And then we've not seen our youngest. She moved to a house in Montana, almost to North Dakota, almost to Canada. She's up in that corner because her husband works in the oil fields up there near in Williston. So water spots come off with Citral? Really? Yeah, Terry, I get enough sleep. Bill was having a hard time there for a while. I think it's just because switching from days to
Hey, can I sit in your seat?
is not easy. So I think getting on track with that. But last night, I think he did good, or today rather. Except he got up too early because he had to go to the market.
Actually, I feel really good. I got some sleep last night.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some hard days
Charlie details cars. Oh, Charlie McKeo says Citrol, C-I-T-R-O-L, that you can get on Amazon. Hey, do you want to talk? Okay.
Come on.
Hush.
He just wants to sit up here. Come on.
If you guys have not pulled up the video of Walter the French Bulldog with captions for the whole interaction, you need to do that. It's so funny. He reminds me of that dog. Walter the French Bulldog. It's
Oh,
super
he's
fun.
my baby. Oh, he's my
Did
baby.
you have something to get water spots off the windshields?
Yeah, what I use are those white Scotch-Brites.
Off the windshields?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's right! I will get that in the mail to you.
What is it?
I told McKeel I would send her one.
I thought you did. You said you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, just a little Windex and one of these white
We'll
Scotch-Brites.
send you one, McKeel.
And it takes everything off. And you can actually, if you keep it real nice, if you take like dishwashing liquid and water and squirt your front end, it takes all the bugs off too. And that's another trick. Let me show you this. So, one thing you're gonna find out when you're down here and you're working a lot is this door is opening and closing a lot.
And the wind is blowing.
And the wind is blowing and things get full of dirt. So what I do is I keep a spray bottle like this, and I put a couple of good squirts of dishwashing liquid in it, fill it up with water and shake it real good. And then I squirt my hinges with this. When you oil, I normally oil the hinges, but it just makes such a mess. And so I've been using this, and it really works well.
And the oil attracts the dirt even more.
Want me to squirt you in the eye with this? Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's why you eat it.
No fear.
Anyways, guys, I for one am gonna get off here and start getting ready for bed.
Yeah, and I got to go out. I'm gonna go take that side awning out because it looks like it's gonna storm. So, you guys,
all you guys,
yeah.
all 18 of you for tuning in.
yeah, thank you so
17
much for
'cause I'm
watching,
bored.
and the people that are going to be watching this as a rerun, thank you for coming and
Yes,
watching
definitely.
and keeping this channel
We only
going.
do this
So,
for you guys, literally. You're
Yeah.
the only ones that tune in, so we appreciate it. Every one of you guys. I know
yeah,
everybody always says that, but we really do.
yeah, we really appreciate you guys, and like I say, thanks for sticking with us during these weird times. I mean, we were all in on doing the property, and things got kind of weird there, so we decided it was time to go. And we're gonna go back. I was gonna have a guy work on it while we were down here, but you just can't trust people. I mean, it's not that I don't feel that he's not trustworthy. I just feel like I could trust. It's hard to trust people when you start giving them money and you're not there to see what's going on. So we'll go there with the money, and I'll say, hey, let's do this, and then when he does it, I'll pay him, and then let's do that, and then I'll pay
It's
him,
just
and
prudent to do that.
just works out a lot better than, yeah, it's done, and then you give them all this money, and then you go there and it looks the same as in all of a sudden you got 5 or 10 grand invested in nothing. So anyway, we want to be a little smarter with our money than that. So you guys, fathers, have a great Father's Day.
Yep, happy Father's Day all.
And mothers, take care of your
And happy
husbands.
Father's Day to all the women out there who played both roles. That would be my mom.
Yeah, and to the fathers that played both roles.
I guess there's
That
probably
happens
those
too. So,
But it's not Mother's Day.
but it's not Mother's Day. So,
Anyway. All right, guys. Thanks again very much. And thumbs up.
yeah, we'll try to talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
How do we turn this thing off?